5 top-rated tourist attractions in West Virginia. With some of the East Coast's most beautiful and rugged scenery, West Virginia is filled with year-round outdoor adventure opportunities. Its wild mountain country, densely forested wilderness areas, and fast-running rivers are playgrounds for hiking, camping, caving, rock climbing, whitewater rafting, boating, and fishing. In the winter, ski resorts offer a range of snow sports. While many tourists come to the state for these outdoor activities and scenic landscapes, West Virginia offers much more, from the historic sites of Harpers Ferry and the impressive state capitol building in Charleston to some very unusual attractions, including a penitentiary to tour. Our countdown will start with Number 5. Cass Scenic Railroad State Park. At the Cass Scenic Railroad State Park, you can relive the golden age of steam on a line built in 1901 to haul lumber from the forest to the mill, riding in refurbished logging flat cars pulled by an original Shea steam locomotive. The full 4.5-hour trip includes switchbacks that allow the train to climb grades as high as 11% to reach Bald Knob. At an altitude of 4,700 feet, this is West Virginia's third highest point, overlooking spectacular views. At Whitaker Station, a 1940s logging camp has been recreated, with the living quarters and the equipment. At the base, you can tour a museum and the depot and see restored company houses that can be rented for overnight stays. On the train ride, be prepared for noise, black smoke, and chilly temperatures at Bald Knob. Moving on to Number 4. Harpers Ferry. The Shenandoah River meets the Potomac River at this small West Virginia town that was the site of abolitionist John Brown's raid on the United States Arsenal in 1859, an event that hastened the onset of the Civil War. Harpers Ferry National Historical Park has museums, historical exhibits, and programs, plus about 20 miles of hiking trails. You can explore the rocks where the rivers meet and walk up to St. Peter's Roman Catholic Church and the old cemetery on the hill behind it. Also, in Harpers Ferry is the Appalachian Trail Visitors Center, from which you can take a hike on the Appalachian Trail for views of the town and rivers. Local outfitters offer tubing excursions in the river. Our countdown continues with Number 3. Blackwater Falls State Park. Named for the dark waters of the Blackwater River, colored by tannic acid from fallen hemlock and red spruce needles, Blackwater Falls drops 60 feet over sandstone ledges before the river continues to rush through an 8-mile-long gorge. Steps and viewing platforms make the falls accessible year-round. Also in the park are Lake Falls, which cascade down the wall of the canyon and can be reached by a short trail, and Pendleton Falls, easily seen from a roadside pull-off. The view into the Blackwater Canyon from Lindy Point is another park highlight, as is Pendleton Point Overlook, at the canyon's deepest point. The park has a boating lake as well as swimming, fishing, and camping. Moving on to Number 2. Seneca Caverns. The formation of Seneca Caverns began 460 million years ago when the cavern's limestone bed first formed. The native Seneca people are thought to have used the caves for shelter beginning in the early 1400s. The caverns were later found by a local farmer, Lavan Teeter, while looking for water for his livestock, and the largest chamber, rising to 60 feet in places, is named Teeter Hall in his memory. You can visit these on 1-hour guided tours that descend to 165 feet below the entrance. Pathways are well lit, and cement steps with handrails help visitors navigate deeper into the caverns. The separate Stratosphere Cave is on the same property. And finally, our number 1 spot is New River Gorge National River. Contrary to its name, New River is actually one of the oldest rivers on the continent. As it flows into West Virginia, it cuts through the Appalachian Plateau, forming the New River Gorge and plenty of whitewater for tubing, rafting, and canoeing. Other recreational opportunities are all around it: hiking, ziplining, hunting, fishing, birdwatching, camping, biking, and rock climbing. One of the state's most photographed sites is the soaring New River Bridge, the longest steel span in the hemisphere and the nation's third highest, 876 feet above the canyon floor. The National Park Service maintains 70,000 acres of parklands along the river, and at Hawks Nest State Park, you can ride an aerial tramway into the bottom of the New River Gorge, a prime spot for whitewater rafting. South of New River Gorge National River at Bluestone State Park there is hiking, fishing, camping, and boating on the large lake behind the Bluestone Dam. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel for daily videos.